Hello everyone, my name is Somadeep Saha and I'm representing Group 7. Our topic for the legal risk business is whistleblower programs and legal risk. Uh, the subtopic will be discussing the importance of whistleblower programs in identifying and mitigating legal risk, as well as how we protect whistleblowers, how a legal risk team would protect a whistleblower. And these are our fantastic team members. Coming to the next slide. So let us talk about the history about the whistleblower program and also who is called a whistleblower. So the coin whistleblower has been in order to avoid the negative commotions associated with other phrases like informer and snitch. American activist Ralph Nader uh, created with the coin whistleblower in the early 1970s. The term refers to using a whistle to notify a public or a crowd of issues like crime, like a police officer does, being committed, or regulations like during a game, if the game is broken or it has to be stopped or something like that, a referee plays a whistle. So that's why the term has been generated. A whistleblower. So coming to who a whistleblower is, a whistleblower is someone who discloses knowledge about conduct in a private or public organization that is thought to be unlawful, criminal, or fraudulent. Often, this individual is an employee. In layman terms, whistleblower is someone who who publicly disclose very secret documents of an organization, and that person who does it is mostly an employee. Few of the famous whistleblowers are Edwin Snowden. I think we all have seen the movie, read the book, and one of the famous figures in the whistleblowing community. And he released documents publicly on NSA's involvement in privacy and global surveillance programs. Basically, he told us that NSA and the government are looking into our private matters. They know everything about our private life and all those. And another famous whistleblower is W. Mark Felt, widely known as the Deep Throat, uncovered the Watergate scandal, which involved unlawful dealings by former President Nixon, President Richard Nixon, because of this whistleblowing act, there were a lot of people who resignated. And there's another whistleblower called Reality Winner, who leaked intelligence report about Russians' interference in the 2016 Donald Trump United States elections. We know there was and Reality Winner, because of leaking this information, had served the longest federal prison time in the history of U.S. government. Okay, sometimes whistleblower is not a bad thing. Sometimes an individual gets frustrated and extremely concerned about people and they do it. Sometimes they are facilitated with a reward as a payment for disclosing illegal activity. This award typically takes the form of a percentage of the financial compensation that a government or regulatory body receives as a result of the whistleblower's information. And Should the information disclosed prove to be accurate, whistleblowers are shielded from reprisals. If physical threats against the whistleblowers or their friends, colleagues, or family are discovered, additional security might be provided. Sometimes government provide help and provide security to the individual who does a whistleblowing act, like Edwin Snowden did a whistleblowing act in USA, but other countries gave him shelter. So it is like that. And the next slide will be taken care of by one of my teammate. Thank you.
Hello everyone. So me and my friends from Trent University, we have made this presentation on why whistleblower programs matters. So in this couple of slides, I am going to discuss the importance of whistleblower and why this matter. So there are two particular things. First one is this is playing a very important role in any organization by promoting transparency, accountability, and the ethical behavior. The second most important thing about this topic is this can help us to identify legal risk, the role of the whistleblower program it in a risk and mitigation, and the benefits they are bringing to the organization. So by putting this thing in the organization, you will have lot of benefits. So there are main three important roles. First one is importance of identifying legal risk. Second one is the role of the whistleblower program in risk mitigation. The third one is benefits of whistleblower program in the organization. So for the identifying legal risk, it's essential for organization to ensure with laws and regulation. Second one is failure to identify legal risk can be a very big issue as a financial or the reputation problem can occur to the particular organization. Third point is this is going to be a play a significant role in identifying potential legal risk within the organization. Second topic we are talking about is role of whistleblower program in the risk mitigation. So, whistleblower program serves as an early warning system for the potential legal risk. So, by encouraging reporting, whistleblower program enables organization to detect risk in early stage. So, you don't need to face a final conclusion of whatever things going wrong in the organization. So, by this, we can save the organization's reputation as early as we can. Third one is the benefits of the whistleblower program for an organization. So as I mentioned, the main benefit is we don't need to face the final consequences. We can save our organization and reputation as early as we can. So second one is enhanced ethical culture. So by this program, we can promote different kind of ethical culture by empowering the employees within our organization. Th- Another one is improved compliance, and the last one is protection of the stakeholders' interest. So, as good as we have in this organization by reputation, the more stakeholders are going to be interested in particular segment. So, in this slide, I am going to talk about identifying legal risk. So, there are different types of legal risk, challenges in identifying legal risk, and how whistleblower program aid in identifying legal risk. So, all these topics are going to cover in this particular slide. So, identifying legal risk is a crucial for the organization to being safe and to being safe against the legal liabilities. Second main point is this slide will explore different types of legal risk so that you can have an idea, approximate idea how much types of legal risk are being there. And the third one is we'll also discuss that whistleblower program to how we can it can help to identify the legal risk. So if we talk about types of the legal risk, there are four types of it. First one is compliance risk, second one is litigation risk, third one is reputation risk, and the last one is data privacy and security risk. If we talk about the challenge in identifying legal risk, so the first main challenge is complex regulatory landscape. In any organization, you will find like it's very complex to get regulatory landscape, right? Second one is lack of awareness. Third one is colleagues with the wrongdoing. Like if anyone is doing wrong without having the idea of it, or sometimes they do in influence of their upper boss. So anyway, wrong is wrong in all the way. And the last topic is how whistleblower program help us to identifying a legal risk. So any person who anonymously reporting that one can help. Second one is the early detection. You will find in early stage that is good for organization itself. And the third one is comprehensive reporting. So all the points can help us to identify the legal risk as soon as possible.
Today, I want to discuss the crucial role of whistleblower programs in risk mitigation. These programs plays a vital role in early detection of misconduct and prevent legal violations within organizations. Firstly, whistleblower programs enable the early detection of illegal or unethical activities by encouraging employees to restore suspicious behavior. These programs ensure timely intervention. This early detection minimizes the potential damage and impact of misconduct, allowing organizations to take necessary action swiftly. Secondly, whistleblower programs act as a strong deterrent to legal violations. Employees are encouraged to adhere to laws, regulations, and organizational policies, knowing that their actions can be reported. This fear of being reported helps maintain compliance and ethical conduct, protecting organizations from potential legal penalties and reputational harm. By preventing legal violations, organizations can safeguard their reputation and maintain the trust and confidence of stakeholders. Whistleblower programs contribute to culture of transparency, integration, and accountability, fostering a positive work environment. Case studies have showcased the significant impact of whistleblower programs in preventing legal violations. Successful outcomes and positive changes have resulted from whistleblower reports, highlighting and the effectiveness of the program. In conclusion, whistleblower programs are essential for risk mitigation. They ensure early detection of misconduct and prevent legal violations, protecting organizations and stakeholders. Let us embrace and strengthen these programs within our organization, fostering a culture of integrity and accountability. I want to highlight the significant benefits that whistleblower program brings to organization. These programs are essential in safeguarding two crucial aspects, reputation and financial stability. Firstly, whistleblower programs play a vital role in protecting an organization's reputation and building public trust. By fostering transparency and accountability, these programs ensure that unethical behavior is promptly identified and addressed. This proactive approach demonstrates our commitment to ethical practices and responsible business conduct. As a result, our organization's reputation is strengthened and we gain the trust and support of customers, investors, and the public. In a competitive landscape, this trust becomes a key differentiating factor, giving us an edge over our rivals. Secondly, whistleblower programs are instrumental in reducing legal liability and financial losses. By enabling early detection of wrongdoing, this program allows us to intervene promptly, mitigation potential risks. Timely actions can prevent misconduct from escalating and causing significant financial harm to the organization. By ensuring compliance with regulation and legal requirements, we safeguard ourselves from costly legal battles and penalties. Ultimately, these programs help us protect our financial stability and ensure a sustainable future for our organizations. In conclusion, implementing robust whistleblower programs is not just a matter of ethics, it is a strategic imperative. These programs protect our organization's reputation, build public trust, and reduce legal liability and financial losses. By embracing transparency, accountability, and ethical practices, we position ourselves for long term success. Let us prioritize this program and create an environment where concerns can be voiced without fear, ensuring the prosperity of our organization and trust of all stakeholders.
Whistleblowers play a crucial role in exposing misconduct and they also promote transparency and accountability. Hence, protecting whistleblowers is essential to encourage reporting. When talking about whistleblowers, it is extremely important to talk about the importance of protecting whistleblowers. The first point is promoting transparency. Whistleblowers shed light on hidden wrongdoing such as fraud, corruption, and ethical violations. Hence, protecting whistleblowers is essential to encourage such disclosure of wrongdoing. The second point is enhancing accountability. By exposing misconduct, whistleblowers hold individuals and organizations accountable for their actions, and this can lead to corrective measures and also prevent future wrongdoing. The third point is safeguarding the public interest. Whistleblowers often disclose information that protects public health, safety, and the environment. So, ensuring their protection is crucial for the well-being of the society. The legal safeguards for whistleblowers is extremely important to ensure a culture of whistleblowing. Out of all, protection against retaliation is really important. While whistleblower protection laws should prohibit retaliation against individuals who report these misconducts. And anonymity and confidentiality is the next point. Establishing mechanisms to ensure the confidentiality of whistleblowers is important. Also, providing remedies and compensation for those who get affected due to retaliation is something very, very important. Many countries have incorporated laws to protect whistleblowers, including Canada. Public Servants Disclosure Protection Act in Canada is a good example for this. This law protects public servants who disclose wrongdoing and provides safeguards against retaliation. Another law is the Canadian Human Rights Act, which has prohibited discrimination and retaliation against whistleblowers on the grounds of race, gender, age, and the religion. If I move to the next slide, when looking at challenges and considerations for whistleblowing, it is important to talk about potential risks for the whistleblowers. The first point is professional repercussions. Whistleblowers may face negative consequences in their professional lives, such as job losses, demotions, or damages to their reputation. The next is the personal safety concerns. Disclosing information can put whistleblowers at risk of physical harm, harassment, or intimidation from those who are engaged in the misconduct. There could also be emotional and psychological impact from whistleblowing. So support to those who get affected from these whistleblowing activities is really important. Balancing confidentiality and disclosure is important when talking about challenges and considerations of whistleblowing. Maintaining anonymity and confidentiality is extremely important as a whistleblower. Whistleblower protection should include provisions for disclosing information to safeguard the whistleblower's identity. In some cases, whistleblowers may choose to reveal their identities publicly to raise awareness. And if they want to incorporate any changes, they would also encourage their identities to be available in public resources. As I mentioned earlier, ensuring fair treatment and non-retaliation is important to encourage and maintain whistleblowing. Let's look at the ways in which this could be achieved. The first point is implementing comprehensive whistleblower protection laws that provide legal safeguards against retaliation. The next point is confidential reporting channels. Establishing secure and confidential reporting mechanisms such as anonymous hotlines can prevent whistleblowers from retaliation. Independent oversight and investigation is important. If investigation tend to be biased, it can discourage whistleblowing. Last but not least is the whistleblower support and resources. Providing whistleblowers with access to legal assistance, counseling services, and support networks to mitigate the emotional and psychological concerns is a very important consideration in whistleblowing.
Hello, this is Ragi, and I would like to talk about the best practices for whistleblower programs. So let's start with employee education and awareness. Employees must be aware of their rights and responsibilities. Creating comprehensive training materials can assist in educating and training people in many elements of whistleblowing so that they can freely and safely voice their issues about any sort of misbehavior that occurs within the firm. Companies can educate employees on the policies and processes in place to safeguard them through training. The training should also help them understand who they can address their problems with. The training should also teach them the difference between a grievance and a whistleblowing. Whistleblower policies and procedures can be a strong compliance tool, from paving the way for a healthy compliance culture to assisting your organization in avoiding significant reputational and financial losses. This strategy not only encourages employees to do the right thing, but it also significantly reduces the chances of wrongdoing in the future. Now let's move on to the concept of identity protection. In order to maximize the flow of information, channels of disclosure must protect confidentiality, which includes both name and identifying information protection. While there is universal agreement over the necessity of whistleblower confidentiality, there is disagreement regarding the function of anonymous reporting. Anonymity may be useful in some cases, such as jurisdictions where the legal system is weak and there are concerns about physical harm or social expulsion. But sometimes anonymity is thought to deter whistleblower responsibility and even encourage the filing of purposefully fraudulent reports. Therefore, allowing anonymous disclosures could lead to a rise in the volume of disclosures, decreasing the effectiveness of reporting systems and making investigations more challenging. Anonymous disclosures cause legal and social issues because it is rarely allowed in court as proof. Research findings show that auditors attribute lower credibility and allot fewer investigative resources when the whistleblowing report has came through an anonymous channel. It has been proposed that the use of technologies such as a proxy email, which allow two-way contact, may be able to solve this issue. Moving on to the next point, the procedures for disclosure. In whistleblowing, the first line of reporting should be internal, that to the right authorities inside the organization. A thorough, timely, and independent investigation of concerns with adequate enforcement and follow-up mechanisms is essential to the effectiveness of such internal mechanisms. External mechanisms of disclosure, that is to the media or other third parties, should also be available and accessible. In the way that the best suits its objectives, firms can handle whistleblowers, correct wrongdoings, avoid expensive conflicts, reputational harm, and responsibility with the use of clear standards for defining internal disclosure procedures. Employees have several options for disclosing information, including to their employer, regulatory bodies, external parties like members of parliament or the media directly. But even though internal reporting ought to have an almost automatic protection, this does not entail that external reporting ought to be subject to a variety of requirements. It might be appropriate to advise the reporting person of the disclosure's results after it has been made. According to a recent report by the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, all reports must be evaluated on their own merits, and those who disclose information should be informed of any decisions made based on their report.
Hi guys, so today I'm going to talk about case studies on whistleblower programs. First being Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) whistleblower program. The SEC's program, established under the Dodd-Frank Act, has been highly successful in uncovering financial fraud and securities violations. Whistleblowers who report original information leading to successful enforcement actions are eligible for significant financial rewards. This program has helped the SEC identify and prosecute complex cases that might have gone otherwise undetected, thus mitigating legal risk for investors and the public. Second program being Internal Revenue Service or IRS whistleblower program of United States. The IRS program incentivizes individuals to report tax evasion schemes and other tax-related misconduct. Whistleblowers can receive substantial rewards based on the collected proceeds resulting from their information. The program has led to recovery of billions of dollars in unpaid taxes and has helped the IRS enforce tax laws more effectively, reducing legal risk associated with tax fraud. Coming to third, which is Office of Whistleblower of the Ontario Securities Commission, OWB. The OWB operates under the Ontario Securities Commission and encourages individuals to report securities law violations. Whistleblowers who provide valuable information leading to enforcement actions may receive monetary awards. This program has helped uncover fraudulent activities with market manipulation, contributing to increased investor protection and reduced legal risk in the Canadian securities market. Last but not the least, European Commission Whistleblower Program Protection Directive. The European Commission introduced a directive in 2019 to harmonize whistleblower protection across EU member states. The directive mandates that companies with 50 or more employees establish internal reporting channels and protect whistleblowers from retaliation. By providing a clear framework and protection for whistleblowers, the directive aims to enhance corporate transparency, reduce corruption, and mitigate legal risk associated with corporate misconduct. These whistleblower programs have demonstrated their effectiveness in mitigating legal risk by incentivizing individuals to come forward with valuable information about wrongdoings. By offering protection, financial incentives, and clear reporting channels, these programs encourage employees and others to expose misconduct, leading to early detection and prevention of legal violations. As a result, organizations can take timely action to address risk, avoid costly legal proceedings, and maintain public trust.
Hi everyone, my name is Sankit and I'll be dealing with the conclusion part. So whistleblower programs play a crucial role in identifying and mitigating legal risk within organizations. These programs are designed to encourage employees and other stakeholders to report any wrongdoing, misconduct, or illegal activities they witness at the workplace. By providing a safe and confidential reporting mechanism, whistleblower programs offer several important benefits. The first of them being the early detection of legal risk. Whistleblower programs act as an early warning system, enabling organizations to identify potential legal risk and violations before they escalate. By empowering individuals to report concern internally, organizations have a better chance of addressing issues promptly, minimizing potential damage, and avoiding legal consequences. The second of that being the internal resolution and remediation. Whistleblower programs allow organizations to address reported concerns internally, facilitating the resolution and remediation of legal risk. By investigating allegations thoroughly and taking appropriate actions, companies can prevent potential violations from recurring and demonstrate their commitment to ethical practices. The third of that being the protection of employees and stakeholders. Whistleblower programs provide protection to employees and other stakeholders who speak up about legal risk and wrongdoings. The protection laws shield individuals from retaliations such as termination of harassment for reporting concerns. This protection encourages a culture of transparency and accountability, fostering an environment where employees feel safe to work without any fear. The fourth of that being the deterrence and prevention. Whistleblower programs act as a deterrent against illegal activities. The presence of such programs sends a clear message that misconduct will not be tolerated and that individuals have a means to report violation. This can discourage potential wrongdoers and help maintain a culture of compliance and integrity. The fifth being compliance with legal and regulatory requirements. Many jurisdictions require organizations to have whistleblower program in place, particularly in sectors with high legal and ethical risk, such as finance, healthcare, and government contracting. Implementing and maintaining such programs help organizations comply with these legal and regulatory obligations. Last but not the least, the importance of whistleblower programs include enhanced reputation and trust. The organizations that demonstrate a commitment to whistleblower program and the ethical treatment of employees and stakeholders can enhance their reputation and build trust with customers, investors, and general public. By actively encouraging the reporting of legal risk and taking swift actions to address concerns, companies can show their dedication to ethical conduct and responsible corporate governance. In summary, whistleblower programs are vital for identifying and mitigating risk within organizations. They promote early detection, internal resolution, and protection of employees, while also serving as a deterrent and facilitating compliance with legal and regulatory requirements. By implementing robust whistleblower programs, organizations can effectively manage risk, prevent potential violations, and foster a culture of integrity and transparency. Implementing effective whistleblower program is a crucial step towards fostering transparency, accountability, and ethical behavior within organization. Here are actionable steps to guide you in implementing such programs. The first of that being the leadership commitment. Gain buy-in from top leadership to demonstrate the organization's commitment to whistleblower protection. Leaders should communicate the importance of whistleblowing and set an example by actively supporting and participating in this program. The second of that being the policy development. They should develop a comprehensive whistleblower policy that clearly outlines the purpose, scope, reporting channels, confidentiality, provisions, non-retaliation measures, and the investigation process. Ensure the policy aligns with relevant laws and regulations. Communication and awareness. They should promote awareness of the whistleblower programs through an effective channels. Conduct training sessions to educate employees about the program, emphasizing its benefits, reporting options, and organization's commitment to protecting whistleblowers. The other of the important implementing effective whistleblower programs include the anonymous reporting mechanisms, dedicated reporting channels, thorough investigating process, non-retaliation policies, reporting and tracking, and continuous improvement. I would like to thank you all for listening to our presentation, and if in case you have any questions, feel free to comment down in the comment section. Thank you.